I love anything related to time travel. There's not really a specific reason why, but I guess it's just because of how awesome shows handle it. So many interesting situations can happen from time travel, and today I'll be counting down my top 5 cartoon episodes with time travel as a main element. Be sure to give a thumbs up on the video right now if you want to see more awesome cartoon videos. Also, this is full of my opinions and you likely have something different, so comment below your own favorite episodes. With all that being said, let's get on to number 5 on the list. Fairly OddParents has had a few time travel episodes over the course of the show, and while the newer ones aren't great, the old ones were amazing. Number 5 is the Season 3 episode, The Secret Origin of Denzel Crocker. If you don't remember, it's where Timmy uses the time scooter to go back to Mr. Crocker's childhood and see what made him so mad. The truth that we find out later in the episode is that Crocker actually had his very own fairy godparents, and the reason they were taken away is by Timmy himself. This concept is incredible and it really adds dimension to Crocker as a character. Now, continuity in modern Fairly OddParents is almost non-existent, but in the earlier seasons there was definitely a lot of connected stuff between the episodes. I would assume that this backstory of Crocker is still canon, but I haven't seen every new episode, so I'm not sure. That doesn't really matter because this episode was just really cool and an amazing use of the time scooter. Honestly, it was kinda depressing seeing Crocker become so successful in his life, but then Timmy comes along and ruins it all. Now when you watch every episode and see how mad Crocker gets, you will know that the reason it's that way is all because of Timmy. I wish more Fairly OddParents episodes were like this, but continuity is so minimal nowadays that I highly doubt there will be another. Number 4 is from Gravity Falls Season 1 and it's the Time Traveler's Pig. You might be thinking that this would be higher on the list because I've literally made videos on only Gravity Falls for 3 years, but I think the rest of the list is better than this one. Still, Time Traveler's Pig was an incredible time travel episode, and it was the one that got me hooked onto Gravity Falls. It involves a time traveling watch that Dipper and Mabel use to go back in time. Dipper messes up with Wendy and keeps redoing his encounter with her at the fair, only in the attempt of making things right. On Mabel's side of the episode, she is trying to win a pig by guessing its weight. Eventually, Dipper realizes that the one timeline he has a chance with Wendy is the one timeline where Mabel doesn't win the pig. Because of this, Dipper sacrifices his love life so his sister can be happy. Not only is this incredible character development, but it introduces Waddles to the show, who stays until the end. And if Waddles didn't exist, then who on earth would Gompers marry?
A couple of livestock living their lives stuck together in harmony. A pig and a goat showing the world that a pig and a goat can be family.
But seriously, this is a solid addition to the cartoon time travel episodes, and it's definitely one of the stronger episodes of Season 1. It had amazing character development, storytelling, and was overall just really entertaining. Family Guy has its fair share of time travel episodes. Stewie has a time machine and goes on various adventures throughout the show. Number 3 is the episode where Brian and Stewie travel back in time to the pilot episode of the show, and then they change history. This episode was honestly one of my favorites of the entire show, and there's a lot to love about it. First of all, it had the classic time travel elements to it. Characters go back in time and change history, then need to fix it. It's cliche, but many shows handle it in different ways. Family Guy, in my opinion, used this concept and took it to a whole new level. Since they went back to the pilot of the show, we saw the previous art style and how ugly the characters looked. It was also pretty funny when Brian and Stewie pointed out how much low effort was put into the designs of the characters. This episode was a surprise since the newer episodes of the show are typically worse than the older ones. Also, I know Family Guy has a bunch of other time travel episodes, but I feel like this one is the best because of how classic it is. Brian and Stewie, time travel shenanigans, and messing up time. What more could you ask for in a cartoon time travel episode? Well, you could probably ask for the 2 final episodes on this list. Number 2 probably won't surprise many of you. It's the Season 1 SpongeBob episode SB129. Even though this is the only entry in the video that's an 11-minute episode, I still think everything was handled perfectly. It involved Squidward using a time machine to go to the past, the future, and to whatever this place is. Again, this is not only one of my best time travel cartoon episodes, but it's also one of my favorite SpongeBob episodes of all time. It didn't really have the element of messing up time, but that honestly wasn't needed. Squidward needed to go back to his own time, but the time machine led him to places he hated. You have some funny moments going on in the past, but I think the light really shines on the future portion of the episode.
Future!
It was entertaining and interesting to watch all the SpongeBobs in the Chrome world. Also, I think this episode is great because it manages to balance so much into a short 11 minutes. There's the past, present, and future, and nothing feels extremely rushed. There was another SpongeBob time travel episode called Back to the Past, but that aired in 2010 and really can't compare to SB129. So now, the moment you've been waiting for. Number 1. In my opinion, this is the greatest time travel cartoon episode of all time. Okay, Robbie, this is your cue. The late Philip J. Fry from Futurama. This episode is really incredible. I can't think of anything bad to say about it. Professor Farnsworth builds a time machine that only travels forward into the future, since he wants to avoid messing up time that is so commonly seen in other shows and movies. Right away, you can tell this is a unique episode because I've never seen anything done like it before. The professor is aware of the dangers that time travel present, so he made this special time machine. I don't want to say everything that happens in this episode so you can witness how amazing it is yourself, but I will mention that there's lots of sci-fi stuff and even a few feels thrown in there for good measure. This episode aired in the later seasons of Futurama, which are universally known as weaker when compared to the previous seasons, but I think that this tops every other episode of the show, which is saying something. It combines everything that I want to see in an episode, and it even includes a catchy song about going into the future.
In the year 25, the backwards time machine still won't have arrived.
Of course, this is just my opinion, and if you've seen Futurama, you may have a different favorite episode, but that's what the comment section is for. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Subscribe for more awesome cartoon videos. Give a thumbs up and comment below to let me know what you think. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.